Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's Jaisha, and in today's video we are going to be taking out my knotless braids. This is not a tutorial because do we need that? No judgment if you do need one, but that's just not this video. I'm just ready to get these braids out. It's time. So the braids themselves actually still look really good, but the roots, they are ready to be set free. See that? 4 weeks. She did a great job because these braids still look amazing. There's like barely any hair coming out, no frizz. So I'm gonna get started. I have my scissors. Let's get started. I got these braids done for Beyonce, hence the color. I went to Renaissance. But it's been 4 weeks, so I'm ready for something new. And yeah, let me pick back up where I left off in my last video. If you haven't seen it, I was talking about some struggles I've been having with my natural hair, which prompted me to start protective styling this summer. And my curls have just been like, I don't know, not holding a style, not cooperating, super frizzy, really weird things that just I haven't dealt with. So I just decided to protective style, and for the past 2 months, that's what I've been doing. I first had faux locks, and then that was for 4 weeks, and then I put these knotless braids in. Well, I didn't do it myself, I got it done. These knotless braids have been another 4 weeks. The really weird thing though, you know, normally like when you get braids done or a style, you know, you get braids or twists and you just want to not have to deal with your hair for a little while, or you do it for, you know, an event or vacation or whatever, and then you're like, oh, I want my curls back, I'm ready to like see my hair. I don't feel like that right now. I'm just not ready to deal with my curls again, which is not typical for me. Usually like when I want to do a style, braids, twists, whatever protective style, I'm like, oh, I just want to break from my hair, or I do it if I'm going on vacation or something like that. And then after a couple weeks, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for my hair to come back. I don't feel like dealing with my hair right now. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to deal with it right now, and I want to continue protective styling. Problem is, I don't know what I want to do next as I'm taking these braids out. I haven't seen my curls in weeks, like 2 months, like I said, so I don't really know if things have gotten better, but I guess we're gonna find out because I don't know what my next style is going to be. I've been thinking of different options and I want to try something else. I just don't feel like dealing with my hair right now. Like, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. So my birthday is in about a month, and I've been thinking about what I wanted to do with my hair for my birthday. I bought a wig. I bought a wig because I think that's going to be my birthday style, and it just came yesterday or the day before. I have not opened it or tried it out yet. And I mean, I bought wigs before, but they were headband wigs. So does that count? I don't know, but it's a glueless wig, so does that even count? It is a like 20-inch body wave glueless wig, and I should probably try it out before my birthday so that I know that it works, or like what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, I just need something to hold me over for like the next month. I wanted to do some stitch braids, but the lady's not available. Their calendar is like booked up. So I figure I'm gonna have to just do something on my own, and I don't know how to do stitch braids. Okay, so the options were I was thinking flat braids in the front, knotless braids in the back, or flat braids in the front and like crochet hair or curly hair in the back. I did that last summer. I thought about a sew-in. I don't know how to do a sew-in. I've kind of been wanting to try a quick weave on myself, but I'm nervous because I don't want it to damage my hair. You know what they say about hair glue? I know there's like, you know, protection that you can put to avoid it, but at this point, everything is damaging to our hair. I feel like every style can damage your hair in some way. It's like we're not safe no matter what. No matter, like, regardless of what style we're doing, I feel like there is the potential for damage, and it's really just in how you're doing it and how you protect your hair. Like you can literally say that about any style. If you do your braids too tight, if you put your ponytail in the same spot, even wash and goes, because you can, you know, your hair shrinks up and you get knots at the end. The wash and goes aren't good for you. Heat obviously is going to damage your hair. Like a sew-in, like this, that, everything, it can cause damage in some ways. At this point, I just have to do what I want. I'm gonna just like try stuff, and I seriously would stay away from stuff because I was scared about it damaging my hair, and it's just like, I'm not letting that hold me back no more, because there's no point. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do, so I'm gonna do what I want. Okay, y'all, story time. Let me tell y'all about the day that I went to go get these braids and the chaos of the entire day. So I found somewhere to do my braids, right? The place is not far from where I live, but with traffic it can be like close to an hour, like 45-50 minutes, right? So my appointment, I like when I'm getting my hair done, especially if I know it's going to take a long time, I like the early appointment. I want to be the first one, because I don't want you doing somebody else's hair and it runs over time and now I'm sitting here waiting. I show up for my appointment on time and, you know, you got me waiting. I don't like that. So my appointment was at 9:30 in the morning. I knew the neighborhood that I was going to was going to be rough to find parking, so I was like, I'm going to get here a little bit early to give myself time, because I'm very particular about time. I don't like being late to things. I'm always going to be early. So I got there maybe like 20 minutes early to try to find parking. I got there and I realized it was alternate side parking. So directly in front of the shop that I was going to, you couldn't park there from, I don't know, 8 to 10:30, and I got there around 9 o'clock. So there's parking right in front, but it's completely illegal to park there until 10:30. So I had to circle and circle and circle all around the blocks, and there was alternate side everywhere on every street, on every block. So as I'm circling, I'm not finding any parking, and then I start to get anxious, of course, because I don't want to be late for my appointment, and it's my first time meeting this person. I don't know how they're gonna react, whatever. So as I'm circling looking for more, as I'm not finding parking, I'm thinking, you know what, worst case scenario, I'm just gonna have to illegally park in front, and at least like I can see my car and watch it, and hopefully I don't get a ticket or get towed or whatever. So right as I had that thought to myself that like I'm just gonna go back and illegally park, I saw a parking spot. Now, it was a good distance away, but it was a parking spot and I was already about to be late, so I just took it. But it was still maybe like a 7 to 10 minute walk. So now I'm rushing and I'm walking, not really knowing where I am. But I get to the salon at maybe like a little bit after 9:30, maybe 9:35. The lady was totally nice. She was perfect. It was perfectly fine. I was overthinking as usual. So she sat down and got started. So right as I sit down, she's getting ready to start my hair. We're talking, introducing ourselves. The stylist next to her, she illegally parked in front where we were not allowed to be parked. There were a few cars parked in front that were not supposed to be there, and no sooner than I sat down, the stylist next to me had her car parked in front and she got a ticket. And so the lady that, she was like, oh, should I go outside, try to talk to her? And the lady that was doing my hair, she was like, I'll go talk to her. And she went outside to speak to her, to the parking attendant, the police. She went outside to speak to the police officer. And I don't know what was said. She was very nice, so I'm sure she was being, you know, polite. I could just tell that this police officer was so rude. Like, I couldn't even hear anything that they were saying. I could just see on the woman's face that she just looked so nasty in whatever she said to her. And she still gave her a ticket, of course. I was thanking my lucky stars that I did not park there. Thank God, because I was legit about to give up on and just like illegally park when I found that parking spot. Even though it was far, I was like, got something. And look at God. The Lord said, not today. We are not getting no $250 ticket. That would be ridiculous because these tickets are expensive and it would have been damn near the same price that it cost me to get my hair done. That the lady got a ticket. She didn't move her car. She dealt with it. And I'm glad that, I found the spot. The woman doing my hair, she was super nice, super polite. We were just chit-chatting about random life stuff the whole time. We took like minor breaks here and there, but she was pretty much working straight through. And when I booked my appointment, it said that it would take like 6 or 6.5 hours, I think. This was for medium mid-back. And now that did seem a little bit quick to me, but it's not unheard of for braids to be done in 6 hours, right? So I'm thinking, okay, I'll be done by 4:30 the latest. Like, I'll be out of there because I made plans. It was Friday night. I had plans to meet up with friends and get dinner, and so my plans were for 6 o'clock. And I'm thinking, okay, if I'm done by 4:30, I get home. It'll be rush hour traffic, but I'll get home by 5:30, and then I'll have time to get ready and go out. Who told me that? It did not work out that way at all, because remember, like I said, I am very particular when it comes to time. I don't like being late. I don't like being late, whether it involves other people or it's just myself. I'm very particular. That's the best word I can use. I'm very particular when it comes to time. So as the day is going by, I'm like, okay, I might not get out of here at 4:30. I'm still looking at the time. We're still chatting the day away, and 4:30 comes and 4 o'clock comes and goes, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna be done in 30 minutes. I said, okay, maybe I'll be done by 5. 4:30 came. I said, I'm not gonna be done by 5. So at this point, I knew I was going to be late, and I was so upset. I was really upset, more so, not even just about being late, but more so because I had a time to choose. I had the freedom to choose what time we were going to do dinner, and I don't know why I thought 6 o'clock was going to work after getting my hair braided all day. And so I was really like, my first instinct was to say dinner at 7. I don't know why I said 6, because I didn't get out that chair until 6 o'clock, didn't make it home until 7 o'clock, and like then went to dinner or whatever, but which is fine. I was just anxious the whole time because I'm like, is she done yet? Is she almost done? What's taking so long? I'm over here like thinking about everything that she does and like trying to get out the chair, which she was doing great, like, and she did such a great job. It was super neat. And I was just, because I was in my head and anxious about being on time and wanting to go, it just seemed like it was taking so long. It just seemed like I was like, what is she doing now? How much longer is it going to take? And I was also tired. When you're sitting down for so long, like your butt starts hurting, your back starts hurting, you just want to get up. So then I've never had my hair done this way, but I've seen braiders do this. I usually see it though when there are 2 people working on a head at the same time. So you know how they'll they'll start a braid, do it halfway down, and then leave the ends loose, and then the other person will come and just do all the ends. So she was braiding halfway down, moving on to the next braid, and leaving the ends loose, and then she would come back at the end and braid all the ends of the sections. To me, I don't necessarily find that efficient if, it's just one person doing the braids. With 2 people, absolutely, but I felt like it took longer. She says it takes the same amount of time, but for me, even if it does take the same amount of time, it just doesn't seem efficient to do half of a braid, move on, and then have to go back and touch that same braid when you can just finish it and completely be done. Again, she did a great job because it's also been 4 weeks, and my hair doesn't look bad. I'm just like, I want to take it out. And she tucked the shit out of my hair. Like, you can barely see the color of my hair. You mostly see the blonde. And this was my first time getting color in my braids, and so I was really happy that she did such a good job. She was able to tuck well. It blended perfectly. Like, it just looked so good, and she was really nice. I'm definitely gonna go back to her. That was just my own anxiety that had me tripping about, you know, how she did the ends of the braids, but it's all good. But it's all good. Next time I'm not having any plans on the day that I braid my hair. And I was actually going to do medium braids. And then I changed it, like, after I booked it. I was like, you know what, I think I just want to do medium. And I'm actually glad that I went with the medium because this is the exact size that I wanted. And then also, I don't know, like, you know how, you know, hairstylists be scheduling their clients. This is why I like to come early. I'm not going to get somewhere for my appointment on time and you got me waiting an hour. But that's not me. Y'all be safe out there.